Welcome to Auto Rex. Today, we're going to be taking a look at some incredible moments on the road, from thrilling crashes to jaw-dropping situations. Watch until the end to make sure you don't miss out on the best moments. And here's a drift that's not in the textbook. Is this car trying to be an F1 racer or just remembering the wrong turn? An artistic spin, but the ending doesn't look so pretty. Someone call the rescue. While everything was in chaos with a terrible collision, this guy was still calmly walking around like he was just strolling down the street. Is this the coldest man in the world, or is he simply too used to this scene? Here we go. The truck has officially entered the cosmic spinning tournament. With an incredibly smooth drift, the car spun like an infinite spinner, making the whole street admire. But the question is, was the driver actually sitting in it, or did he fly out from the second roundabout? Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a driving test, but a meeting of drivers who do not want to give way. A friendly bump between two cars, and it seems that both are extremely confused. Who will get out of the car first to judge, or will they wait for fate? Welcome to the Who's Braver contest at the busiest intersection in the city. Everyone has the same thought: I'll go first. And then, boom, a never-ending collision. Who will win this battle? Crosswalk, a place that is supposed to be for pedestrians, but today, it is the stopping point of two stubborn cars. No one would give way, so the two decided to merge into one. The luxury car was parked right in front of the door, but, oh no, what a tricky situation. The car owner left a difficult problem for passers-by. Trucks curve like ballet dancers, but cars don't like to watch ballet. Lesson: stay away from the stage when there are unwilling actors. The pickup truck turns as usual, but the sedan behind likes to experience the feeling of collision. Lesson: don't let a red light turn into a scratched paint light. When winter is cold but the driving is hot. The road is slippery, but the two drivers are still determined to try their hand at physics. When you want to overtake but the road doesn't allow it, and the grass doesn't agree either, someone please check the traction for this driver. When you want to drift like in Fast and Furious but the tires want to cosplay fireworks, someone call the fire department for this driver. When you think you're playing a racing game and testing out the legendary shortcut, but then realize there's no reset button in real life, this time the driver will probably have to call for help. There's no turning back. First time driving and watching too many action movies, intended to do a nice drift, but ended up flying the whole car. Does anyone else think this is a buggy version of Fast and Furious? Congratulations, you have unlocked the secret mission. Drive to the second floor. Someone forgot to check the maximum height. Guess what happens next? When you believe that transporting goods is an art, but the wind and physics don't think so, who can guess what happens next? And so, the disappearance magic happens right in the middle of the road. Everyone can guess, except the driver. Quick break-in, cow version, when the fence is just a concept. Oh my god, when you think you're the main character, but the truck says, "No way, kid." The handling goes underground. Everyone has bad days. Watch now before it's too late. Anyone order the combo, figure skating, plus, hitting hard into reality. When the road is more slippery than the human heart, and the truck decides to drift reluctantly, anyone who witnesses it will be scared to death. When you just want to serve coffee, but the customer orders an extra, thrilling experience combo. Luckily the waitress dodged faster than a superfro. The truck sped away, bang, caught on a power line. Wobbly then flipped over like a stunt master. Hey, who's pulling me? When the road not only has potholes, but also traps in the air. No red light intersection. Everyone wants to be the one to go first. And so, boom, an unexpected encounter. Hey, the road is so wide. Why do we have to choose each other? When traffic laws become a competition of who's braver. The car was speeding, then suddenly, it flipped up. Hey, I didn't book a roller coaster ticket. When the highway suddenly turned into an acrobatic performance stage. The truck was running smoothly when, bam, the wheel decided to be independent and go find its dream. Hey, I haven't signed the divorce papers yet, when even the wheel wants to have its own life. The road is slippery, the car is running smoothly, then whoosh, I lost control like a skateboard on ice. Hey, who turned on drift mode? When it rains, it not only cools the road but also opens the race. Everyone stops at red lights. Oh wait, one car decided to try its luck and boom, met a new friend. Hey, who invited me to play bumper cars? When traffic is not just about going on the road, but also about a fateful collision. It's raining, the road is slippery, the car is speeding, then boom, it stops right on the railing. Hey, I was just going to pull over. When the rain not only cools the weather, but also helps the driver practice drifting. A strong crash tore through the fence, the car flew onto the sidewalk. When speed and loss of control meet, the consequences are unpredictable. Did this car decide to shoot fireworks in the middle of the road? These sparks must be burning everyone's eyes. This car seems to have run a stoplight in a rather creative way. Huh? I wonder if the driver intended to drift or just made a mistake. This car climbs the sidewalk like parking in GTA. I don't know if the driver did it on purpose or it was just a system error. This crash definitely woke up both drivers immediately. It's not clear who was at fault, but it seems like neither of them had time to react. This dog is the type of dog who crosses the street when I want to. Luckily, the collision only stunned him. This car seems to want to fly over the median, but failed. Probably lost control or turned the steering wheel too hard. The car decided to explore nature in an unexpected way, a creative parking move, but the driver probably won't be too happy. City or water park. Some cars are professional swimmers, while others seem to be considering calling the lifeboats. Someone must have hit the accelerator a little too hard. The streets are like airplane runways. When you think you're a Formula One racer but are actually driving a truck on the street, and the ending is unpredictable. It feels like an action movie, but in reality it's just a rough day on the highway. When you think you've mastered every curve, life says, not yet. If you find this moment impressive, don't forget to leave a comment below. Have you ever witnessed a similar situation? Share your thoughts. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next interesting videos. Welcome to today's video. Let's explore the dramatic and unexpected moments on the street. Don't take your eyes off the screen because there will be many interesting situations waiting for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to follow the next interesting videos. Oh my god, the truck driver forgot that this was not a racetrack. The car in front must be extremely confused. I'm in the right lane. Why is fate so cruel? Most confusing moment of the day. The driver removed the bed and left the cabin, leaving the car to slide freely down the hill like a nightmare on wheels. And the result? An unwanted kiss with the unfortunate car behind. Someone please explain. And this is how you turn a normal road into a racetrack. The black car suddenly turned 180 degrees, but not to turn around, but to lose control. The driver must have been wondering, what did I do wrong? Just when you think you can get across the tracks with ease, but in reality, boom. This excavator just gave the whole neighborhood a lesson in maximum height. The driver must be thinking to himself, hey, who put this barrier here? The black car made a surprise turn, and the white car could only suffer the consequences. A move that the white car driver certainly did not want to repeat a second time. When the truck driver forgot that brakes are also an important part of the vehicle, the truck rushed down the hill like an out-of-control bull, and the guy standing at the gate was definitely thinking of a way to escape. An unfortunate drift, but unfortunately the electric pole was not a fan of this trick. The car landed not as expected, and the driver definitely learned a lesson for life. The bus was speeding along the road when, oh my god, an uninvited guest suddenly crashed into it. This collision definitely made the driver's heart skip a beat more than an action movie. shot out of the lane, swirling dust. Was it a swerve or a dangerous evasive maneuver? The next few seconds were definitely not for the faint of heart. The red truck was moving steadily when suddenly a small car rushed in front of it. The sudden turn of the wheel caused the truck to lose control and overturn right on the road. A dangerous moment that only lasted for a split second. The rain made the road slippery. A car suddenly lost control and swerved. Not having time to react, the bus braked suddenly but still rushed forward, causing a strong collision right in the middle of the road. The car seemed to have decided to test its off-road capabilities without asking the driver. A sharp turn, a cloud of dust, and there it was, lying like a pile of scrap metal in the middle of the road. The only thing missing was the thrilling background music. The truck decided to perform a bow right in the middle of the intersection. The motorcyclist in front must have been wondering if this was an action movie or a traveling circus. The little orange car seems to have found the perfect parking spot, right under the tanker, a classic example of literal wall parking. Drivers had an unexpected meeting right in the middle of the intersection. It seems they forgot that this was not the ideal place to meet. When you want to turn but the sign says no. Never-ending spin. The car lost control and went into a spinning dance in the middle of the road, spinning continuously like a top before crashing hard. The moment that made everyone who witnessed it hold their breath. On a deserted stretch of road, a small car lost control and crashed straight into the car in front. The impact was so strong that the entire car was thrown into the air. A terrifying moment. A dangerous wrong turn. The car that wasn't looking was hit head-on, thrown far away, and filled with smoke. A haunting moment. The car lost control and crashed straight into the warning zone in the middle of the road. The impact was so strong that it bounced into the air, spun around, and then flipped over onto the road. A dramatic moment, showing that just a second of carelessness can lead to a serious accident. The car lost control and crashed straight into a lamppost on the side of the road. The impact was so strong that it spun several times before stopping, an unbelievable moment on the street. The tractor-trailer crashed straight into the median strip. The horrific impact caused the cabin to fold in half and fly away, a haunting scene. At the intersection, two black cars fatefully collided. One went straight, the other turned sideways. The horrific collision sent both flying, creating a haunting scene. What a terrifying speed. The car shot out of control and slid down the grassy area by the side of the road, a heart-stopping moment. Careless turn. The driver didn't look, causing the car behind to hit him straight on. A collision was inevitable. What a chaotic situation. The truck lost control, plowed into the traffic jam, smashed into several vehicles and pushed them away. A terrifying scene. The car suddenly swerved and lost control. Immediately, the car next to it hit it straight on, pushing it away and crashing into the median strip. A dramatic moment. Careless crossing. The bus cut in, causing the car going straight to not react in time and hit it hard. The horrific collision caused severe damage to the front of the car. The car rushed into the corner like an F1 racer, but unexpectedly, boom, it crashed into a car that was waiting at a red light. The driver was bewildered. Where did this car come from? The truck suddenly lost control and crashed straight into the median strip. Bam! Everything was shattered. The driver must have been wondering, am I driving or playing a destruction game? The car recklessly squeezed through the narrow gap between the container truck and the truck, cutting off the front in a dangerous manner. Everyone's hearts were pounding, but luckily there was no collision. Another play with fate, but this time, there was still a safe ticket. The car shot off like a rocket, swerving through 3 cars stopped at a red light and, boom, an unsafe landing on an unlucky car. A red light run that could cost you even more than the light itself. In the quiet night, suddenly a bright beam of light rushed forward. Boom! For a moment, no one could understand what had just happened. The car swerved, lost control, bam, crashed into 1 car. Then 2. Debris flew everywhere like fireworks in the middle of the street. The car crashed straight into the oncoming car, boom, and spun like a top. After a few dizzying turns, the result, the front was flattened, the rear was crushed, the driver must have been dizzy too. The car shot forward like an arrow, but oh no, there were cars in front of it stopped at a red light. Bam! No time to dodge, just time to suffer the consequences. The snow melted, the road was slippery, but the accelerator was still heavy. The car shot forward and, bam, a hard landing. Have you ever seen a similar situation? Leave a comment below and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos.